Hey guys, welcome to another brand new video, or a remake of the last video I made. It's gonna be how to clean the Puffco Peak Pro. I'm just gonna get right into it, yo. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day, yo. You guys always deserve that. So we're gonna get right into what you need for it. First, you're gonna need to get like a dunk chamber, right? And I personally like to have another container to put like the excess amounts of wax or whatever you're gonna be using, to like store the excess amount of reclaim or wax, or you can just toss it, get rid of it, throw it in the trash, do whatever you really want. My fault, you guys can't really see my face, but you're gonna need like a dunking chamber for your chamber, and you're gonna need a dunking chamber for the glass piece to get rid of all of that excess wax. I like to get a container about like this big, and preferably glass, so that you can store it. And then I usually try to store that in a freezer or fridge after I do that. Then what you're going to need is you're going to need your dab tools. So you're going to need preferably one like this, and preferably like a hot knife to help get off all of that excess wax off of your tool and whatnot. Then what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to heat up the chamber. So I preferably like to go with another, like just do a hit or whatever in order to actually heat up the chamber. So then I'm benefiting from it, kind of, you know, you get the best of both worlds type beat. Then what I normally do is I then unscrew the chamber from the device. Now, this is the most important part, I feel. You clean the inside out, right, with a Q-tip, and then you get a paper towel. And this is what I do. You don't have to necessarily do this. You just pull on it. Like you hit the chamber while it's off of it, like this. And then you wipe it. You wipe. Because while it's still hot, you want to loosen that wax on the inside of the chamber. And you get all of that wax from in there that I feel can get like really hard and crusty, especially when you're doing an ISO dunk like this. So you just want to hit it and pull pretty much till you get all of that nasty shit that's on the inside that's causing your actual peak to get fucking gunked up. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your 99% rubbing alcohol. You grab your chamber that you just freshly cleaned off all of that excess wax and gross reclaim off of it. Then you grab your alcohol and you just submerge it. You literally dunk all of the alcohol as much as you can in there, completely submerging it underneath of the alcohol. Now this is the time when your fingers are really gross from cleaning the device, especially if you've been ripping on it, doing like 100 dabs in a few days or whatever, because you can count your dabs with the app. I preferably like to keep it clean around like 50, 25 dabs. That's a little excessive cleaning. Sometimes I'll go a long period of time without doing a cleaning like this. You want to basically get it when it's done. Now this is the time where you take this part off as well, and you see how much reclaim is there. That's not too much. I've definitely let it get really bad. If you guys have seen the last video, you know how bad it was. And then this is when you try and get the reclaim out from under in the actual like shit. So you just want to grab it, right? And this is when you just empty all of that shit out like this. You straight up just make sure all of that. Other than that, I will just straight up just put it in here. And another ISO dunk, man. You want to fill up all of the chambers as much as you can. That alcohol. This is when you want to keep the reclaim or you don't want to keep the reclaim. You kind of just go in with the hot knife or whatever dab tool you have and kind of clean it up. I like to use this one sometimes, and I'll just go in and I'll just clean her up for real. I mainly use the hot knife because it is just the best at scraping it up and then just dropping it in there. You just go in there and you want to just clean up all that excess wax that you don't want with the rubbing alcohol. I dip it in really whatever, and I just come in and clean it, bro. Just come in with the alcohol and clean it up as much as you can. You can really use whatever Q-tips. You can use normal store brand or glob mops. I preferably like the glob mops the best. The glob mops I personally think they do the job the best. They're meant for wax specifically. So if you're gonna go with Q-tips, I recommend the glob mops. They look like this. They're bamboo, so definitely worth it. So you just go in and you want to just clean up all that excess wax that you don't want to get with your hot knife. Or if you've already gone through like a few times like this and you're scraping and scraping and nothing else is coming off, then I would say it's time for your glob mop. And you go in here and you just wipe around in circles like this. Sorry, I'll turn the light on like this. I'm gonna just go in. I should have fucking turned the light on from the beginning, yo. Sorry, chat. You just go in like this. Look at that disgustingness. You just put it on that same paper towel you wiped the chamber off with. Can use these. I don't really recommend them. I recommend the glob mops. $18 for 600 on Amazon. Keep that in mind if you are looking for all of the stuff that I'm using in the video. I got it all off Amazon. I just try to clean it as much as I can, honestly. Can't really be too perfect, but you can be perfect enough to get the wax off, if that makes sense. And then there you go. That's how you clean it. That's how I clean it. I just try to go in like that, go in a circular motion and clean as much as that excess wax off. And then I try to go in like that with a Q-tip. I twist and rotate it and make sure it goes through here. Comes out covered in the wax that you don't want because that clogs it. Now you basically just want to vibe. Chill out. Chill out while your shit is cleaning. Come back to it while it's drying. and clean her up more when you definitely know all of this, all of that is clean. One thing I forgot to mention, once you let this soak for a little while, what you want to do is you want to pull off this and take this off as well. It just pops right on out while this is happening, because then you can get all of that excess wax off of here.